Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ecamm Network News and Entertainment, where you stay up to date on what's happening in the world of Ecamm Live, live streaming, and video production. My name is Anna Hale.
And I'm Fuljens Henry. Happy Monday, everyone. Today is Monday, August 7th, 2023.
That is right. And we are continuing with the the Tech Chronicles of all the things that could go wrong when Anna touches an electronic as going wrong this entire week. So stay tuned for that developing story. But until then, everyone, for today, we are talking about the newly released Ecamm Live Beta. V3, additional overlay updates. Fuljens, you want to talk about it?
Oh my gosh, 4.1 just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better and better, right? So now in the latest 4.1.3 release, we have a square option for shape overlay. So now we have rectangles, we have circles, we have squircles, and we also have squares, right? There's a overlay border style. You could just add none to that. And a request that I'm so happy that we have now, you have the motion gradient that you have around your borders. You now have the motion gradient feature to your shapes. So your shapes can have a moving gradient. Listen, I'll just add my own horn here. And
that is
so
great.
many
You
other
got
features.
to play with it. Right, you got to play with it, so it looks pretty awesome, and we're going to be covering more on BuildingBlocks on this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what Fuljens showed me today looked pretty awesome.
It's awesome, and let's not forget that you have real drop shadow in your text. Real drop shadow in your text. It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, and
if you have not downloaded,
right,
ecamm.com/beta. Sorry,
and your comments, I know you're so excited about it. Continue, because we wanted to show you some of that, but for some reason, my Ecamm doesn't want to show it, and we tried. And Fuljens wasn't believing me that I'm like, I updated to the beta, and he's like, well, you don't have the shadow, so you didn't.
Hey,
I'm like,
You rebooted Ecamm recently, right? So maybe you can try it again.
I did. I rebooted Ecamm.
Right. So we'll now try it again, maybe.
I don't want to mess around with my tech luck. Everybody, it's been crazy. I dropped the Rodecaster Pro. That's how crazy my week, last week, this week has been. So it's interesting. I'm not touching anything else, and I'm happy that the producing over here, things are going smoothly so far. So yes. Fuljens Henry, continue with your excitement of the Ecamm V3.
No, I can just do, while you're here, keep us here, and I could just do a quick demo, right? So
okay, I'll put you on screen, right? Just full screen.
We can stay here because I'm just gonna add text right here, right?
Go ahead.
So this is text. So before and Paul Dixon is in the chat now. So before,
hello,
right?
Paul?
If you were to add the drop shadow to this, it would basically create a drop shadow around it as if like there was a border, a background border now. But now I'm clicking the pencil. We don't need to go into demo mode and just clicking on shadow right there. And look at that. Look at that. Drop shadow, real drop shadow around the text. Real drop shadow around the text.
I don't even want to touch any buttons, but let me touch this one.
Sick. There you go. Yes.
I am not seeing.
So sick.
I am not seeing any comments though. Like no comments are coming on my screen.
Oh, there's tons of comments.
Yeah, no comments are coming on my screen, my people. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and check it out. I don't understand what is going on with my sistema.
Anna is streaming from her brand new Mac studio.
Let me see what happens. Yeah, I see all the comments. I'm gonna have to keep it here.
Yes. Eden Lou, hello, happy Monday to you. Dan, good to see you here. Mr. Camera Junkie is in the building. Michelle is in the building. Hank, Russell, Anytime, Miss Hill. I'm trying to just keeping you.
No, go for it. Go for it. I'm
Tatiana.
continue.
Tatiana's here. Andrew is here. Yes, the fam is here.
The fam is
and
here.
Shay, what's up, Shay? Shay says, I love drop shadow.
Hi,
And Paul
Shay.
Dixon-
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul
this
Dixon
is-
was confused about the shadows on text since you have two places to add one. Exactly, right? So, you know, the original way is just like adding like this little shadow outline, but now we have the drop shadow. It looks so much better. It's so much better. Ecamm.com/beta. That's ecamm.com/beta.
Yeah, I'm so sad I can't bring the comments up, you guys. Like, I don't know.
Paul Duncan says, I will have to tell Glenn the anti-Anna module works.
It's not cool, people. It's just not cool. I've tried everything. My son actually yesterday he brings his iMac, a whole 27-inch iMac. He brings it when he goes visit his father over the weekend. He brings his whole iMac with him. And yesterday he's trying to hand it to me, and I'm like, Fuljens, come and touch this iMac. I'm not touching that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But go ahead, Fuljens,
sorry. Eric Emmerich says, my new Mac Studio has issues as well. He has the Ultra, but you don't have any issues with your Mac Studio. You're just having some Ecamm setup hiccups there, right?
It's not even Ecamm. It's the whole word. It's the whole app installation. I had one with a Stream Deck. It's just when we get used to doing something and we just think that it just worked always and forever until we have to reinstall it and do something new, and then we realize that no, we actually did this however many years ago. So this is what's happening with me with the app and the app side and the hardware side and me dropping things. I don't know what that is all about. Even
yes,
my
Paul-
new Panasonic is not working. This is how crazy things are. My new Panasonic is not working.
Yes, Paul. She's on beta 4.1 beta 3. And Ben, the solar guy, saying, I don't see drop shadow on my end. Maybe maybe, Miss Hill, you can make me full screen so I could just show that real quick.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to figure out where the comments are not coming in. So let me just get out of here. And just come back. Make you full screen. Where's Fulgen's full screen? Okay, that's...
All right, cool. That works. So Ben, right over here,
muted.
4.1.
No, you're good.
4.1 beta 3. I don't see the mute from Paul, so I'm good. Right? And then click on the pencil right here. And then right here, you'll see shadow. It just says shadow in the new overlay panel. And you click on that. And then you'll see this beautiful drop shadow feature. This beautiful drop shadow effect going on here on the text panel. Boom.
Yeah, it's you
Just
know
like
what
that.
you could do? You know what you could do, Fulgen, so that they can appreciate it a little bit better? Just change the shadow color to perhaps white or
Let's do it.
orange or something like that.
So let's change this color to... Well,
Yeah, so
yeah,
you can see
you know, there's a better... Yeah, there's a little glow effect going there, but as you can see the drop shadow even better now with this
Drop
color
the
here
blur.
applied.
Let's see
And
what
you
that
can
looks
also
like.
change the blur.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So this is on blur set to 0.
So
And then full blur.
Okay, because I thought we were able to do that before because I was playing around with the text, but I guess now it's more intense. I haven't played with it yet.
So okay, good question, right? You said, oh, we thought we had shadow already, right? So now if we go here, so before, the shadow would appear as like a background, not around wrapping itself around the text, right? That was the 4.1 up to 4.1 version 2. And then this is the original effect here. So you go here, effect, and then you go to not light glow, just shadow. But it's a big difference here. You can barely recognize a shadow in the original version.
Yeah,
right?
no. I was talking about previously, we had the same shadow effect and we can apply it. So I was able to apply it to,
Yes.
right, from this new overlay menu, not from the
Yeah.
previous one, the OG.
Yeah, yes. So just to be clear, the shadow feature has been there, but now what this does is, right, the overlay drop shadow feature now works properly with text overlays that have no background color and image overlays that have a transparent background. So it's giving you the true wrap around the text itself versus it would create a shadow. It would basically create a shadow background, but now it's creating a shadow around the text itself. Right. So
And
it's like a true drop shadow.
I cannot bring comments up. I'm so sorry, but there are some questions, Fuljens, from our beautiful fam. So Shay is asking, can you change the offset of drop shadow offset? Maybe with the rotation, maybe guiding
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Yeah. You can actually. Hold on. Let me just go back
I'm gonna
here.
bring you right back. There you go.
Yeah. Right. So you can change. You can change the color. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Doc is in the
Demo mode,
house.
right? What up, Doc? You can change the color, Shay. You can change the blur of the shadow. You can change the angle of the shadow. Maybe this color is not going to be conducive to what I'm doing here, right? Let's make this a little bigger. Right? You could change the angle of the shadow. You could change the distance of the shadow as well. So you can do all of that right inside of Ecamm.
Yeah, now, yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yep.
pretty cool. And you know, all of this. Wait, let me see if we have any more questions. And Fulgence, feel free to help out with it and see if I'm missing anything.
Sure. I'm just getting out of demo mode. Okay.
All right, so Zoom. Doc, my comments are not coming in for some live reason. But all of this,
It's all good.
has been happening with me updating monitors and hardware, had me thinking we get so comfortable with the things that we do every day that when we have something going differently, sometimes we kind of freak out. And in a way that is pretty cool because I was like, why are these things happening? And that got me thinking, wow, we haven't actually looked at Ecamm's support page where there are so many amazing knowledge and support documents that we can look into whenever we have an issue, whenever we have a problem and we're looking for an answer for Ecamm. So I found myself looking at that page quite a little bit here over this weekend. So we're gonna go, let me see if I can, things work for me. Let's see. All right, so this is ecamm.com/support.ecamm.com. And in here you have all this amazing documents, right? All this knowledge base where you can just search for anything that's happening to you, Ecamm Live audio issues, account and billing. We have tools and gear. We have using Ecamm Live for interviews. And these are a lot of things that we see in the Ecamm Live community. If you are looking for anything in here, for example, setting up audio, right? And then all of this comes up, all of this information that you don't even have to go to the manufacturer's page first to find it. You could potentially find it here. So our amazing Paul is gonna add it and look at it at your leisure. If you have looking for anything, something that's not working with Ecamm for you or with your audio or anything like that, just look through that first and it might solve the problem for you right away. When was the last time, Fulgence, or you guys, when was the last time you went to the Ecamm support page to look for support? When was the last time you went, Fulgence?
It's been a while. So like I think in your use case right now, your situation right now, it will make sense for support, but you know, you're an expert, so you don't really need it like that.
Right.
But I haven't gone to support. It's just that whenever there's an issue, I detect an issue in Ecamm, I will go and submit a ticket, right? So I can contact support that way. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's been a couple of times lately. Well, not a bad thing, but like a couple of times lately, which is good for me because usually like some of us, we will tend to like not submit our tickets, and then we'll just forget, and the problem will continue to remain here. Versus just remembering, once the stream is done, there's an issue, go and submit the ticket, submit it.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's see, cause let's see. You know what, Doc, and I'm all for it. If you have any suggestions right now for me to check out why my comments are not working, go ahead and let me know. I will test it right now live, because why not, right? All right, so we have let me see what questions we have. So Fuljens, you can help.
Yeah. Aubrey, hello. Just checking in on a few folks here. Johnny Sakapfet, good to see you here. And then Ben asked a camera question to answer that earlier.
Thank you, Dan, for my curls comment.
Yes, the curls popping.
Okay, we're good then?
Yes.
We're good? Okay. So yes, Doc, feel free to
no,
send or poll, you poll.
Sorry, and a good point that Paul makes. We don't know you have a problem if you don't open a ticket.
That's it.
And
yeah.
Al Andrew says, even though I don't upgrade Ecamm with every update, it's so important to keep up and know what's new.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. For sure.
And we have a love outreach watching from Arizona.
Oh, nice. Hello. And we have that's what it is. We have to continue, because all of these things, like it was great. It was actually good going through the whole onboarding for Ecamm, just like Fuljens had to go through when he was upgrading to his Mac Studio.
That was pretty
and
cool.
Going through it and seeing what has changed from when we first installed it, and how the app has evolved into, it's just a welcome. It's an additional welcome, right? So it's like you go in and you feel welcomed, and you feel like, okay, so they're asking me these, how can I do this, what do I want to do? And it's just so nice. It's good job, Ecamm. Good job, Ecamm. I really like it. I like that onboarding process. So if you
The
would
onboarding
like
is
to,
pretty cool.
yeah, so if you would like to experience the onboarding process, the new onboarding process, just delete Ecamm and come back again and do it. Your files will still be there.
Probably would also have to like log out of Ecamm and then delete it, right? This way it just forgets you all entirely. This way you can start over again.
It's just awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, look at my people. Like, this is great. This is awesome. Like, welcome. Hello. What would you like to do? How can we help you? And then I am seeing everybody behind the scenes, right? Because we know Katie, and we know Doc, and we know Caleb, and we know everybody who's behind it. That's exactly how they're saying it. They're like, hey, we want to help you. What would you like to do? How can we help you? Tell us how, so that's the way I was looking at it. And I was like, oh man, that's so cute. Okay, so Fuljens Henry, would you like to go over the show guide for us?
Let's do it.
Let me see if things work out for me right now. Fuljens, I did this. I did it.
And we had some Q colons after.
Oh, go ahead while I find you. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Tatiana was asking, where do we get and Tatiana, as Doc mentioned, yeah, they're from YouTube. You can find Mario Brothers sound effects and download them from YouTube, and then we add them to our Stream Deck as sound effects on the sound panel. Yes, and it is perfectly fine to use. And Ben was asking, when you play your sound effects horn, are you using the Stream Deck? No, we're using the Rodecaster Pro. Actually, Anna, which one did you use? Did you use your Rodecaster Pro, or did you use your Stream Deck button to do the horn? The Ecamm horn, right?
No, I actually use the Rodecaster Pro, but we can use the Ecamm one. So let me see. The Ecamm one is right here, and
it's so much louder.
Yes, it is. It's like going straight from Ecamm. That's the Ecamm. That already comes with Ecamm.
Exactly, but we're using our Rodecaster Pro sound panel for those sound effects.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I first installed Ecamm way back when, and I by accident deleted the party noise maker. I deleted it, and I was like, how can I get it back? I couldn't get it back until I couldn't get it back until I figured out I could download it from an app and then come and install it again. It wasn't the same one, but I figured out that I could bring it back.
Rainy Cajun is going la 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 la, hands on ears, because wifey works at Nintendo.
Wait, what? Oh.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm
Getting us in trouble.
Going to put you back in here so that you can do your show. Actually, no, I need to put you on full screen.
We had it.
Yeah, we did. We had it. It's no longer here.
It's no longer there.
It's no longer here, but that's fine. That's okay. I will do this very quickly. I will do this for you, Fuljens Henry, and then.
Yeah, I mean it's so
look
good.
at me! Look at me adding myself to like 25 times. You see, people, I'm telling you, I do this all the time, and it's just not working for me. God, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on my soul. I can do this. Fuljens, you're just gonna have to see. So, I unbelievable. I'm just gonna put you back in here, and you're just gonna do your thing. Just gonna do your thing. And Paul actually was in the. We do a tech check on LinkedIn before we go live, and we did this whole thing, and the scene was there. Fuljens solo scene, the whole thing, and now the scene just doesn't show up. I even added
Deleted.
it to
Deleted
to the stream
by
deck.
Anna.
What is the family saying about me? What's that?
I'm saying.
Oh no, that's not it. I thought I found it.
Well, actually, if you go back to that scene where you had us split for a second, and then if it's a little tricky to remove it from the program window, if you go to camera on the main menu, just unclick yours and see if it will just remove you.
Son, that's what I'm doing.
Guess one.
That's what I'm doing, and it's just not. It's just not. Well, you know what I said? Wait a second. I'm gonna do something.
How about from the interview panel? You could just make me solo from the interview panel.
I'm gonna do something.
We need a deleted scenes folder, says Eden. Yo, that's...
Honestly.
Anna needs a deleted scenes folder. Yes.
For real. Look,
yes.
I'm not even. You know what? Wait a second. I'm gonna do something real quick.
And then Doc is also saying you could do Shift Command B. So
that's what I'm gonna do right now. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do right now. And we're blank a little bit, and then Fuljens is about to be right there. And no, it's not happening. I'm telling you, people, there's something that is not working for me today.
So there we go. Oh no, go back.
No.
Command L.
No, Fuljens. Wait a second. I'm just gonna come right here, and then. And this is why I wanted to do this, so that I can be Fuljens. You are on the Ecamm show guide on your end, right? Yeah, there we go. So
yeah.
we're just gonna talk about the guide impromptu right here. Hey, I did it! Yeah.
What happened?
Yes,
the
I
scene
did.
was
Everybody
there.
want to see.
Did you pull it?
Wait a second.
Did you pull it from the
Wait a second.
deleted?
Wait a second. I want to hear claps. Wait, where's my solo scene? I want to hear collabs because I did this, and with technology messing with me, I still got it. Collabs, por favor. All right, let me see if I can find Fuljens again.
Sources are telling me that the scene was there all along. Oh my gosh, Jesus! All right.
Here we go. Thank you for the claps.
This is your show guide for the week. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Doc, Rock, and Katie are back with The Flow. And it is how to start a video podcast on YouTube. The Flow by Ecamm tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's Building Blocks with Honor and Fuljens. We are going to dive deeper into all of these amazing features we have available to us in Ecamm Live 4.1 now, Beta 3. Ecamm.com/beta. That's ecamm.com/beta. And Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Marshall creates transparent videos with Ecamm Live. And Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's Ecamm Live Demo with Doc Rock, along with Q&A. That's this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is your show guide for this week.
Thank you, Fuljens, for that. Thank you.
Very welcome. Very welcome,
Yes.
my friend.
We're over here doing it. I love this. So, Tatiana, I'm so sorry to hear about your baby, your senior dog, and that's always
Aw.
so sad. It's always so
Yeah,
sad. So
sorry.
our love to you.
Condolences.
And yes. So, over this weekend, I ran into a live stream from Think Media, and I remember watching videos from, I believe, Sean, just some videos, and he was so helpful, and all of the, the way he explained this, I was like, yeah, he's, it's awesome. I didn't know about the hustle of, YouTube uploading and all that stuff. So he covered it nicely. And then I saw, a video of he's taking a break. I don't know his entire story because I haven't watched him in a while, but he's taking a break, kind of alluding that it was due to creators burned out. And I'm pretty sure because he's also mentioned that there are other things happening in his life and he needs to take a break. And he's also going to give his team a break, and with all the break is paid for, so I'm like, I like you even more now, Sean. Thank you for everything. And that is great that he's, first of all, taking care of himself and his team. And I can resonate so much with what he's saying about burnout. And burnout looks different from everybody, right? What burnout is to me might not be the same to you. What burnout is to Fuljens might not be the same to me, and we are in the same space. So we need to recognize when that is, and even before that is happening, so that we don't get to the point where we're like, we're gonna drop everything to take care of ourselves, right? So we wanna know how do you recognize, or how did you realize that you're going through a burnout, you need to take a break? What does burnout look like to you? And Fuljens, I'm gonna start with you because we live together and I've seen you a little bit when you're like, I'm not touching a thing. Let's go ahead with you first. What does burnout look like to you, and what do you do to avoid it? Or when you haven't been able to avoid it, how do you do to get your break?
Yeah, is avoiding a proper, or how to address it, right? So I don't know, burnout can look different ways, right? So, but for me, if, let's say, for example, if I'm burnt out, I don't care as much as anything, right? I don't want to do anything. I'm trying to make a comparison, like, with, or a relation with being burnt out from live streaming or content creation. I have not yet experienced that, or to an extent where it's like, you know what, just F everything. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to, like, shut down. It hasn't been that extreme. Maybe it can be where you're just tired, or emotionally tired, and just need to re-energize. But it hasn't come to the point where it's like, burnout, where it's like, you just want to just drop everything. You never want to return back to it again, So and I'm thankful that that has not happened to me. I haven't experienced, at least in the realm of content creation, but from other, you know, when it comes to other profession or other work experience, yes, I have definitely experienced that, and I have been in the situations where it's like, you know what, I'm just done with it all. I don't want to do this anymore, and it could contribute to the other several factors that can contribute to it. For me, it's maybe doing the same thing over and over again, repetitively, and not being mindful of taking breaks, not being mindful of taking care of myself. Uh, Taking care of myself doesn't necessarily have to be exercise. Making sure I'm hydrated, or making sure I'm eating the proper things, or whatever the case might be, or just stepping away from it all sometimes, right? So that can be contributing factors to that as well. So there can be different reasons, but it's it's kind of like hard, because sometimes too, say, as I'm thinking about it, sometimes how can we tell that we're burnt out? How can we tell that we're burnt out sometimes? Because, and I think that's the time where it hits the fan, right? Because I'm not paying attention to this. I'm just going about my life. I'm going about my content creation. I'm going about my work. I'm trying to bring in income, and I'm not thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm burnt out, right? So how many of us do that? How many of us go through a period where we say, listen, I am burnt out. I just need to take a break. And if you are with those people that can actually realize that, or just, come to that conclusion that, oh my God, I'm burnt out, I need to take a break, good for you. Good for you. But sometimes, and I'm speaking for myself, sometimes I'm not aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah. We have Doc saying, I have fully, I wish I had comments that I can pull it up. But I live fully on purpose. Purpose makes me burnout proof. I am not chasing dragons. Strong values and purpose keeps you on point. Burnout comes from people making you don't want to create, or chasing the unobtainable with no plans. So here's the thing. Agree and half agree, right? So, for example, one of Ashan's employees mentioned that his channel was doing incredible, was doing great, and he, you know how YouTube sometimes gives a whole bunch of views, and then all of a sudden it removes all the views. So it gives you the high, and then it removes it. That alone, for those who measure their success based on likes, that could be a form of burnout very quickly, because they're going to continue making content to be able to top off that video. Or what did I do? What can I do to do that? If that's what it is. So I am agreeing with you, Doc, on that aspect of it, right? Because it's like, if you have your purpose, it's not about the views, right? It will not be about the views. But then on the other side, it's like, okay, if you have multiple things that are going, and you're doing multiple things, and it's not just all the eggs in one basket, I guess how they say it, then you have multiple sources where you don't have to, you're like, okay, I'm tapping here, I'm tapping there. That burnout could happen as well, right? If you have one purpose, like Doc is saying, you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing, noise is going to come in, right? Oh, this video did better. Oh, this better. Oh, this creator is doing this. Oh, this photographer is doing that. But your purpose is going to come back again and say, hey, remember me? We're not about that, right? Because we are clear on what we want to do. But burnout can happen to anybody, even if we have our purpose, right? Even if we know what our purpose is, we can still get burned out by taking on too much, right, of our purpose. So that's the part that I'm like halfway with you, Doc, right? So it's like, burnout can look different for everybody, right? So just, I guess what we're saying is just take care of yourself. And analytics are great for one, to measure, right, the success of our videos and how we're doing, and that's great, but that's not everything, right? I want to hear your thoughts, fam. I want to hear your thoughts.
And then I wanted to add something to that too. So let's say what somewhat you were saying, for example, looking at views, and then maybe like some of the views are gone, or and whatever the case might be, kind of sounds a little bit also like imposter syndrome too, right? So is it burnout, or is it imposter syndrome, or can imposter syndrome lead to burnout?
I mean, imposter syndrome, the way I understand it, is like, I don't deserve that. Oh my gosh, I can't do that. Somebody says, hey, Fuljens, I want you to speak at this conference because I want you to speak up about DEI. And you were like, oh my gosh, no, wait, what? Why are they asking me to do that? To me, that's imposter syndrome, right? I don't think, in my opinion, right, that will lead to burnout, but it could, depending on how much we'd say, many negative thoughts we get on that. But when it comes to doing too much and thinking too much about things outside of our control, that's what burnout happens, because we don't know what we're doing. We're just going and doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. All of a sudden, we're doing so much and we're only one person. So, I mean, yes and no, Fuljens?
Yeah. Well, we have some comments here. Paul Duncan says, imposter syndrome will cause burnout. And then I think you mentioned, Doc, burnout comes from people making you uncomfortable, making you don't want to create, or chasing the unattainable with no plans. And he says that I don't have it because I know I'm doing, and why I'm doing it is called purpose. Michelle talked about this last night on her show. Here are some signs and symptoms: lack of motivation, difficulty generating ideas, avoidance of content creation. Yes. And it's very normal to take a break. I totally agree with that. Definitely the lack of motivation. And it's like, and you don't want to like just create any ideas. It's like, you know what, just F everything, right? Tatiana says, for me, having pure fun is the remedy for overwhelm. I can take myself too seriously, so laughter and play get me back on track. That's a good revitalization right there. And you remember this, Miss Hill, right? Dan says, remember Gabe doing 120 days of shows in a row.
I'm telling
And
you.
then after that, where's our friend Gabe?
I mean, so let's go there, right? Let's go there. So the pandemic happened, like all of us, right? It happens to everybody. And I was like, okay, what do? I have this incredible software that allows me to live stream. Yes, let's go for it. I'm going to live stream. So I was live streaming twice a week. And the way I live stream, right, I do so much research and I do a whole bunch of stuff and I do behind the scenes. I mean, it's intense. And I also have a life, right? I have a son and I have myself and I had the pandemic and all of that, right? So I was thinking I could do that. I don't think it was more than a month. I don't think I even went to a second month of doing 2 live shows. It was insane. I was not sleeping. I was trying to get it ready. I was taking care of my son. I was barely taking care of myself and all of that. So that's what burnout starts happening, right? I realized that and I said, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I cannot do it. And I went to 1 live stream a week. I was handling, I have my life, I have my son, right? So we try it, we realize it doesn't work out. We change things and it still happened, right? I still met Fuljens going live once, right? Once a month, so once a week. So it's like we have to realize and we have to know and be honest with ourselves when we cannot do that and have our goal and that. So yeah, and Gabe going live. Yeah, he was intense. He was going live all the time, but I'm pretty sure he learned a lot of things from there and he made a lot of connections. But
yeah,
it takes a lot. It takes a lot to produce a show. It takes a lot to do
there's-
it
and
well,
there's-
right?
and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's those things that we like. How I was saying before, right? Here I am. I'm doing what I love and everything like that. Even before content creation, right? And just in world of nonprofit, nonprofit management, whatnot, right? I'm doing everything. I love doing everything. I love doing what I do. on a daily basis regularly, and you know, there are days where work is fine, and then audits happen, and then it's still fine, and then and then reports are due, and it's still fine, and everything just keeps adding on top of each other. And I'm going about it just doing what I do because I love what I do. I know what I'm doing, right? And I know I'm going to do it well and effectively and make sure that we nail this. But at what cost, right? If am I taking care of myself in the meantime? Am I taking my lunch breaks in the meantime? Am I going for walks around the block, whatever the case might be? Am I leaving? Am I clocking out on time so I could go home and get enough rest? All these other factors, right? And I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm burnt out. Oh my gosh, if I don't do this, I'm going to be burnt out because, there's not really much mindfulness there.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see this, right? Kim, I don't know if you guys realize that from the beginning of the show to the end of the show, here I am with the comments on screen. I think things are happening to me now. I think things are going.
I just realized you have comments there.
Listen, I'm telling you, things are happening. I mean, thank you. I mean, it's all about that, right? So Kimberly writes, everything in perspective. What's important can change depending on what's going on and what you're planning to do. True that. Sherwin, hello.
What's
nice
up,
to see
Sherwin?
you too. Nice to see you too. Okay, so you cover all the comments now. I'm all excited about it. So let's see. Yes, Dan, I'm always interested in hearing about all these things. Imposter syndrome is I had a mentor who just gave a whole class and just on that, and that's real. That's real. Here you go. Doc Rock. All right, go ahead, Fuljens.
Which one?
I think people started calling tired from trying to do. You can read Doc's voice better.
Too much CB. That's why I say it's mislabeled. Chasing the bag and failing is not clinical burnout. You playing too much.
It's not Mercury. It's not Mercury, Doc. It's not Mercury. Bye, Tatiana. Nice to see you. And
Bye,
I'm sorry
Tati.
again. Yeah, it wasn't that. But let's see what Michelle, hello. I get to say hello to you, girl. You need a team for that or planning months in advance. I thought it was team too much.
Too much.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes Fulgence the other day goes like, listen, it's not gonna go perfect. It was so intense. It was so intense because we were doing a production and the production was supposed to go one way and I had already set everything up to go a specific way. Although I'm super flexible on this part, we didn't have any control over it. We just had to react. And so we reacted nicely, but it was intense. Like I forgot English for about a minute. No words come to me. And then Fulgence couldn't figure out why the microphone was not working. And we're switching microphones and we're about to go live in a minute. And there were so many things that were happening. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is right now. And that's it. And all of a sudden, when we thought that way, the microphone started working. We went live. So it's like all about just letting life do what it's supposed to do and just go with the flow. And that's it. And the show went well. It didn't go the way I wanted it to be. Fulgence was happy with it, but I want to see a lot of other things that were different, a lot of things that I planned to go a specific way. It didn't. And even though we got a lot of great reviews out of that, we got a lot of great opportunities out of it, I'm like, holy mother of God, that was something. But anyway, that's the week of tech.
And you see, and my mentality is, because we've been doing this for so long, that anything that is happening on the back end and you have to make some changes before we go live, right? And you push that product out to your audience. no one knows what the heck is going on. And all they see is it's like this polished product. They see you on camera with a guest, with graphics, with lower throw. You got content, you got a run of show. They're seeing the finished product. The only people that are aware of like the issues going behind the scenes are the host and me, and the guest doesn't even have to know. The guest didn't even know what was going on, right? So that's my mindset. And I think that a production like that goes great, right? Because no one is really seeing what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. Still, and it wasn't only it was just how everything just got changed, right? But we need to be flexible, and it went fine. It didn't go. Yeah, it was.
And then
it's okay. It's okay.
and this is now time for the Ecamm plug, right? Because
yes.
if had it not been Ecamm,
Yes.
I don't think it would have went as smooth as it was, because this was meant to be in a full in-house production. And then we had to turn it from an in-house production to an interview mode type of production, which means different type of scenes. If you want to get write something like this, right? Because you could easily just have your full screen and you just bring your guest on split screen. But, you know, we have Ecamm. We can jazz things up a bit. And you did just that, right? So no one knew. It's like, what? No one is saying, "Oh my gosh, why is this person not here in the studio? Why is this person coming in remotely?" Instead, they're like, "Oh, that looks hot. That is hot right there. That looks dope." That's what they're thinking. Like no one was thinking that. No one even knew that this thing was supposed to be done in house, right? So
yeah, it's fine. I mean, 100% kudos to Ecamm, because we were so quick to. I'm like Fuljens, the scenes over here. Come pull this out. Just change the name here. Just do this, because I was hosting, right? So I just like show Fuljens where everything was. Fuljens went on and took care of it, and then but on my end, I had to introduce. My notes were not anywhere to be found. The notes just went somewhere because we had to switch and we have to move, and it was. It was something I learned a lot from it. I told Fuljens what I wanted to do already to avoid the whole thing. So lessons learned is great, but Ecamm performed nicely. It allows us to. We have all the scenes like I have on two sets of folders. So I have a folder where it's just going to be one host, right? Where we are like Fuljens and I, and then
In-house.
I have another folder where it's going to be interview. So I just had to switch it, and it was very quickly. I didn't even have to change profiles. Everything was already there. All the music was added. The trivia was added. Everything was there. So Ecamm was the least of my worries. The least of my worries. So the rest of it, I was like, the lighting was up for me. I can go on. Fuljens is like, stop it. But I know what I was looking for, and that's that. Yeah. But anyway, that enough of the rant. And it's not Mercury retrograde, and I just hope that my technology problems are done. And it's so good. Okay, so Fuljens Henry, let's go with the trivia now that I'm done with all of that situation. First of all, we haven't mentioned, before we go into the trivia, we haven't mentioned the merch store. There are a lot of great things in the merch store. So we are going to check it out real quick.
wear it, share it.
Right here, we have a 24-ounce jumbo mug named after Dan, because Dan was like, I need coffee, and these cups are not doing it for me. So he has a whole cup. Love it. And look at all of this. So you will be able to, you're going to win a $25 gift card that you can, look at this one.
Ooh, Ecamm stickers. Wait.
Look at this, you see?
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I would say Glenn
The gift
is
card,
on
you
the
can rack up.
right. Glenn is on the right with a black shirt.
I would say so too. Just looking at the hair. On
Yeah,
on
it's
each
like that's what I
on each
went
thing.
for.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, Glenn's hair looks a little bit slicked back, and Ken has kind of like the bangs. Yep. Ken and
Look
Glenn.
at it. I love it.
Oh,
Gosh,
shoot.
that's great.
That's dope. Yo, make sure you pick up your Ken and Glenn sticker if you win the $25 merch gift
They're
card.
only $2, and then you can put it like everywhere.
Oh, shoot.
Look, and
That's
then you
awesome.
have live stickers, and you have the Ecamm icon stickers.
That's awesome.
That's great. Look at that. Like, you can go to town with $25.
Paul is saying that the Ken and Glenn sticker has been around for a while.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen.
Maybe since they've just
like
been
that.
reorganizing the merch, the interface,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of just more prominently displayed now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it.
I've seen Adrian's stickers.
Right, that was a while ago. And the stickers look different now than they were before, did before, right? Okay, so that's it. You see, in the merch store, we have some great stuff. So now we're going to go to the trivia. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Go ahead, Fuljens.
How old is Ecamm Live? Got some options. A, 6 years old. B, 10 and a half or 10.5 years old. So it's A or B.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay, you see? Wait a second. No. We're going to change this on the fly. Because
Because the correct
Because
answers
that's it.
might not even be there on the screen.
technical issues. All right, so here we go. 30 minutes
That is
on the
funny.
clock for Fuljens. Here you go. Okay. Let's see.
Paul said 22. 30 minutes.
All right.
Wait, you
so,
said 30 minutes? I didn't even notice that. You said 30 minutes on the clock.
Oh, Jesus. Look, you see? Thank you for keeping me checking. Okay, we're good?
Yes.
We're good. So you're checking the answer?
Yes, we have a winner.
We have a winner?
This is ENN, the Live Happens edition. Oh my gosh. Live from Anna Hill's new Mac studio. Wait, before we announce the winner, like which Mac studio did you get?
Oh my gosh. I got 62 memory. I got the Max. Oh my gosh.
M2 Max,
Yeah, M2
one-
Max.
1 terabyte. Was it 1 terabyte or the
Yes, it
512?
was 1 terabyte. No, it was 1. Yeah, 112.
1 terabyte.
One. Yeah. It was 1
Nice.
terabyte and 62. 64.
Nice.
64. Don't ask me 10
Yes.
questions right now, okay? Don't ask me-
Sorry. The correct answer
Wait,
is...
is it? We're going to go back.
Oh, okay. The correct answer is A. Michelle Lawrence is the winner.
Michelle. Okay, here we go. Come here. There we go, Michelle. Yeah. Okay. Look at you're gonna get Ken and Glenn stickers. This was a nice reminiscing today. A great reminisce. Yes. Go ahead, Fuljens.
No, so Doc was patiently waiting to type the comment. The company Ecamm was founded in 1999. The app we all use is from 2017.
Which is
6 years.
unbelievable. That is only been 6 years.
I know, right? 6 years,
Right?
that's it? Dang.
Unbelievable. And look at this. Look at this. So I was looking. Let me see what's going on here. And then look at this. Version 1.0.1. And I was like, look at this. It's
And that's
so
in
cute.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cute.
Wow.
April 25th, 7th. Look at this. And then I was like, ooh, that's why probably some of the updates come in April. The major ones. But look at all of it. And like, it's so great to look back and see how version 2 works around an issue with Facebook that could prevent scheduled lives from showing up in Ecamm Live scheduling menu.
Bah humbug.
Look at that. Ads. Okay, in March 7th, 18, add stream size options, including 1080p to the options menu. Look at that, you guys. That is great.
Doc says, I feel like Michelle's been getting on my nerves longer than 6 years.
But look at this. Let's see when we started. So 18.
April 2020.
Right, the majority of us started in. Let's see what was happening before we got started. Look at how the list just grew.
I know, right?
Right. So September. Okay. October. Here we go. December. Fixes an issue where the Canon DSLR direct USB connection did not work in macOS 10.15.2. That was before, and then 2020.
Yeah, we're in the 3 point.
3 point. We're in the us. We're in the Vlogmas. We're in the 3 point.
I think it was 3.7.
3.7.
Hold on. I would say 3.6, 3.7. Oh, dang. No, I'm wrong. 3.7 was
Wait, where are you looking for?
No, for example, go to April 2020. I'm waiting till you get to April.
April 2020?
So I can see something. Yeah.
Well,
Because that's when I joined.
That's
when I joined.
February 2020, pre-pandemic, pre-pandemic, they were like, fixes an issue by creating a YouTube broadcast could result in an error message. Overlay, ads overlay feature, and then March.
Oh, wow. So it could have been 3.3. Oh, wow. 3.4. Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at this. April includes an update of Ecamm Live virtual webcam. Fixes an issue with the audio of certain pre-recorded videos might not be included in the broadcast. Wow.
Okay, so join on 3.4. It was either 3.4, 3.5.
Wait.
Or once I joined, I think the update was ready for 3.5. That is insane.
Crazy.
Because I remember
in April 21st, 2020, it added scrolling ticker style text overlays. That was in 2020. Wow. Yes, Fuljens, go ahead.
You could put us back on screen.
Okay. Man, that is...
No, I was going to say, I remember we had a BuildingBlocks video on overlay updates in Ecamm Live, and that was 3.8. That was the following year. It's insane.
We did. It's crazy. I mean, just
3
6 years. So 6 years, Ecamm Live, 6 years. And look at all the amazing... Look at the latest release and what it's doing. We're able to not only pre-record our content, create our courses, live stream, make beautiful video production. We can add all of our graphics inside of it, right? We can create all of our graphics inside of Ecamm. Listen.
Paul makes such a good point. That web page could be your key to winning future trivia contests. Exactly.
For real.
Study your release notes.
For real.
Gosh. Study your release notes. Steve Cullum has been using Ecamm since the Skype recorder days. Yeah, when we were during the COVID, we had Ecamm had Skype. You were using interview mode. You were bringing in guests using Skype before interview mode came out.
Yes, yeah. And I remember as soon as it came out, at first I was like, oh my gosh, like how is this gonna look? I don't want to mess around with it. But then it will be right inside the app, so I don't have to mess around bringing and updating Skype camera, blah, blah, blah. So I went and I watched a video, a Loria video, and I was like, okay, she says it's easy, so why can't I? I went live that day, and it went flawlessly. I was like, oh my gosh, I never went back. I uninstalled Skype right away that same day, freed up. It was just a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I'm curious to know which if there was a creator or what type of marketing brought in Ecamm users to the platform, right? So for me, this is twofold. First, and it's algorithm. This is algorithm talk right here, right? So for me, I s- it's two things, right? I was looking for a live streaming platform, and then of course we get introduced to OBS, and I used that for a little bit, and then I just wanted something just more friendlier, and I came across Ecamm, and I saw Adrian Salisbury's YouTube video of, and he was putting the text on the screen and the overlays, the text overlays. I was sold right then and there, right? Of course, right? So I was sold right in there, and I downloaded Ecamm and I subscribed to it. But then what really got me into the community now is, and this is the algorithm talk right here. I'm doing research for best live streaming camera, best live streaming camera, blah 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 blah, and then I get introduced to the Sony camera community, right? And then so now I'm looking up Ecamm and Sony camera, and this video of this guy shows up. His name is Doc Rock, and Doc's video at that time was that, did you know that you have your Sony A6400 and it now works with Ecamm using USB? And I was like, who's this dude right here who uses Ecamm, who's showing up dope and looks like me, right? I'm like, yo, that is dope. Like, who is this dude? And then I go into the Ecamm Live community on Facebook, and who I see, I'm like, that's the same dude that I saw in the video, the Ecamm Live video. I'm like, yo, I'm hooked. I love Doc. I love that, he represents me, and he is a Sony camera guy, because now I'm sold to the Sony cameras. I joined the Ecamm Live community right away. So that is how I got involved into the Ecamm Live community, right? Adrian hooked me up with the text overlays. And then when it came to Sony cameras, I came across Doc, and then I was in the Ecamm Live community right then and there.
Doc for the win.
Yes.
That's awesome. It's great to see how everybody just came in, and we're still here. And Doc is look at Doc, because Doc was not the community manager back when you.
No.
Yeah.
That is insane. Doc wasn't
Yeah.
even the community manager at that time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that. Yes. Okay. So let's see a couple of comments before we have to go. And look, we made it. We have made it. What's up? Hello. How are you? We have.
What's up, Tommy?
Wait, because I saw a comment from Doc that was pretty cool about. Okay, here we go. The Twins' first app, a Palm OS app for astronomers to calculate the position of the stars. How cool is that? Like, I can go outside. Do they still have it, Doc? They still have it? I mean, Palm OS is not there, but like, do they? Because I know they have other apps, like the what is it, the eyeglass and the memory reader. They had another one like that. But this one, we go out and we just find stars. That's yes.
Did they still have those on the ecamm.com?
I don't know. They used to have that.
There was a little section where you can download those things.
Ecamm Live was my secret weapon for live selling, broadcasting, and the rest was history. Michelle, I'm telling you. Yes. Ecamm Live was my weapon for everything. People still comment about the first live streams that we did when I brought them as guests, and that was in 2020. And they still comment and they still refer to that because everything was just new, right? And everybody was looking for different things. And those streams are still bringing me leads now. And it's just incredible what live streaming can do. Not live streaming, but just showing up, right? Just showing up and creating great content, because that was some great content. That was, if I say so myself.
And thank you, Steve. So I did go to ecamm.com, scroll to the bottom. So we have phone view, eyeglasses, call recorder for Skype, and card reader. They're all there.
Yeah, the card reader. Yeah, that's they're all there. Just like I love it. Yep. Okay. So I mean, look at us, all of us here, and that's it, right? So let's find our, if we haven't yet, right? Let's find our purpose. If we found our purpose but kind of lost it, let's realign and get reacquainted with our purpose so that we can avoid burnout and instead just get energized by the things that we're doing, our plans, our purpose. But still, vacation makes such a difference in the mind, right? So when I make it a point when I have a busy week, heavy week of like creation and research, to take a complete weekend off where I see no devices, or when I see devices is just reading comics or watching reels, funny dog videos, nothing intelligent going through my mind. It's just relaxing. So, and then when you come back out of that, your mind is so creative and so energized, and you see things in a different light, and all of a sudden you have space because you have cleaned it. It's just like cleaning our PCs, right? So our desktops, we get space for new things. So that's what happens when we take a break. And it doesn't have to be waiting for a burnout. It doesn't have to.
Exactly. Totally agree. So I found that video that I was referring to, and it's Doc's video, How to Live Stream Without Capture Card with Ecamm Live, April 22nd, 2020. That was the video. I'm full screen. I could to bring it up.
Let's close it with that. Let's close it with that so that we can go, because it's already 8:09. And we're over here doing it on ENN, taking advantage of the tech working for us.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it in as
Brown Plumbing, what's going on? Wow, we haven't seen you in a minute.
Right?
Doc says, I was struggle buzzing like all of y'all with the app back then.
Look at young Doc over here. Young Doc.
Look, oh shoot. Look at Doc looking like Vin.
3 years ago, Doc. Hold on. I think I'm jacking up this.
That
this
was just
thing.
three years ago. Wow. Look at Doc. Oh my gosh.
What am I doing to this widget thing? I don't know.
I passed my tech things to you.
Yeah, because I don't know what is this doing. Hold on. Let me close this. Oh my god.
Thanks for making it, Brown Plumbing.
I jacked this up. Hold on, let me refresh. All right.
Yeah, Doc. Continue doing that. That's something that we need to. We need to stay clear with that purpose. Oh my gosh! Okay, we cannot hear him.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
What was that mic he had over there sporting that mic? Oh, the cam link. Okay, what's that mic, Doc?
Hold on.
Let's go for captions.
Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. Let me do. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this thing? All right. So I just need to switch over to.
Doc
let me switch.
When Paul came into the picture.
Hold on. I'm switching over to virtual mic. Okay. So remember, we get some slapback issues.
So mute your mic.
I just won't say anything. Hold on.
Okay.
How to get it done with the DSLR mirrorless or micro four thirds camera. Welcome to Doc Rock Tips. Aloha, internet people. I didn't sing. See, I told you. Welcome to Doc Rock Tips. I am Doc Rock. If you saw my last maybe 2-3 videos, like I said, I'm going to be cracking out on Ecamm Live for the next couple, whenever, because this software is so amazing. Well, they dropped another game changer. Today, they updated to version 3.5. Now, in my last video, up in the cards, I mentioned that with everyone jumping into the live stream game, capture cards, cables, lights, cameras, microphones, all the above equipment has gone sparse. Like, it's really hard to get just about anything. Well, the guys at Ecamm Live have just created the game changer. With all of the equipment being hard to get, They just updated the app to version 3.5. And with that, all you need to go live now is a plain Jane, all American, okay, made in China, USB micro cable. Some cameras are USB-C, but this one's USB micro. We're just gonna plug it in like such. Now you see the camera is tethered to the cable. Turn on the camera. And you see it says connecting. And once it connects, it makes a shutter sound. You may have heard that. That's just letting you know that it's live. And now in Ecamm, that camera now shows up as a source. Looky, looky. It's working! Isn't that amazing? You don't have to buy these guys out here price gouging HDMI capture cards. You can just stick with a probably $3 cable that you already own and plug it into most modern cameras. Now, they don't have a full list out, but I've tried this with the 6100, with the A7, and with the 6400. All of the above works. According to the group, the forum, everybody that has Canons, they're all working. Some of the Nikons are working, but at this point, just try it. Before you buy another capture card, before you buy another cam link like this, which is great, by the way. Love my cam links, but you can just plug in the cable directly. Now, I do have one curiosity, and that would be, are you able to pull the full 4K streams or whatever through USB? But the main thing is it works. And most people are, saying, hey, I need a B camera. What can I use for a B camera? And I want to connect it, but it's hard to get one of these guys or a Pengo or AV or Media or some of the other guys out there. Just take whatever camera you have laying around, plug it in via USB and see if it works. Because chances are, if you wear a silly grin, no, chances are it might just work. So just plug stuff in and see what happens. Anyway, just wanted to pop a quick one. I know this is mad short. Don't forget, if you have any questions, comments, or feedbacks, drop them in the bottom. You see the comment area down there. Just drop it in.
Oh my gosh. Dog, look at you. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Looking back at all of that. And look at all the things that the fam is picking up. Paul is like, oh, so you had a ring light?
Yo, and you know what I forgot and I kind of missed? Remember when Doc had Darth Vader back there?
Yeah. Where was that, Doc? That was a whole different studio. That was a whole. There's nothing similar to none. Doc revamped
Doc
the whole
did a
studio.
Complete overhaul. Overhaul.
There's nothing.
Overhaul.
I don't think you even kept the green screen. the green. You just got rid of everything.
And it was before Doc had the pod mic also.
Yeah, look at that mic that Doc had.
That was pre-pod mic Doc.
But it's what it is. It's like how we evolve.
But listen, that's the video. That's the video that got me in. And then I think I asked Doc a question about the Sony camera, and Doc replied in the YouTube. I was like, yo, this is legit. I'm like, I'm in. That's it. I'm following you, dude. I'm following you.
Hello, James. Yeah. And Michelle's like, I used my Nikon D3200 back then. Now I'm Team Sony all the way. I'm so, and this is the thing. Like, when I was watching all those videos, right, I was like, oh my gosh. So this is what live streamers use Sony cameras. So I guess I have to get myself a Sony camera. And like Doc is saying, the equipment was going. They were selling it like triple the price. Right, so the Sony at that time, it was so expensive, and I was like, I can't. So I started using my son's on 920. Was it the webcam 920? The Logitech 920, I believe.
Oh, the Logitech, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all along, my people, I had the camera that I'm using right now, the lens that I'm using right now, the lights that I'm using right now. I had all of that equipment with me. And here I was thinking that because everybody was using the Sony the Sony, I needed to go and spend all of the money going Sony. I was like, the only thing that I needed, and it was Lem who helped me out with this because Lem was also team Nikon. Or Nikon. And he's like, I don't know, what you need is the cable, blah, blah, blah. And we connected, and I got my cam link. And beautiful. I was like, listen. So yeah, Team Sony, Fuljens loves it.
Shout out to Lem.
Yeah, shout out to Lem. Lem hooked me up.
I mean that's for me. That's what it was. So I'm looking up because I didn't know anything, right? So I don't know anything about this. I'm seeing like people looking nice and clean. So I'm like, oh, this is how they do it. It's not a webcam. It's a, mirrorless or DSLR or whatever. And I started going down that rabbit hole, but algorithm is saying, "Hey, Sony is the way to go."
Yeah. They were deep with the Sony. They were deep, but I'm like, what? So I have to invest like almost $3,000 to get going here. Like, I can't do it.
And then for me,
Team Nikon.
And for me, it could probably be like selective algorithm because I'm like, you know what? Internally, I want to be Team Sony. So every time like I come across a video and it said, you know what, you should get I'm like, yeah. Look
at that, Lem Lutz, right? Lem Lutz, oh my
validation.
gosh, that was something. Yes, Lem Lutz.
Lemonette. Lemonette.
And I remember one time Lem goes, okay, you guys, I have all these names. Which one should I choose? And he's like, Lem drops, Lem dips, Lem this, Lem. I'm like,
there was a poll.
Oh, Lem. It was great. We miss him. It's great to see him sometimes in the streams.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
It was Diana, Doc Rock says.
Huh? It was like, oh, Diana got me with whether to purchase Ecamm standard or the pro version. Because I was like, okay, I'm good with Ecamm. I know this is the platform I want. Now, which one should I use? And then it was a difference. It was one difference. I think it was bringing on a guest. I think that's what it was. And so I was like, okay, well, I got no choice. And I just signed up for the year just right away. I'm like, I'm not even going to do month because I know I'm going to be using it. I don't want to be bothered with a monthly payment. And I just signed up straight.
Mm-hmm. For me,
started using Canon and I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, for me, it was virtual camera. That was the feature that the pro version had that I needed and I wanted because I wanted to show up on Zoom first. Just not for myself, but I wanted to actually host some high-end productions in Zoom and virtual camera. So I had to get it. I just signed up the same day. The same day. I was like, I need that virtual camera.
Yeah, and that's what it is. There's some features that you just need, and some people go like, oh, maybe I can get by with a standard version. It's like if there's one thing, there are multiple things that you're looking at, just go for it. Just go for it because there's so many features. In the pro version, I don't even. Yeah, I went straight. So
yeah, and also too at that time, I don't know if like maybe OBS has it different now, but at that time, I don't know if you remember, but if you needed to use a virtual camera with OBS, it was a third-party application that you had to install to get the virtual camera up and running, and it was Windows. It was Windows only. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I didn't even get that far with OBS, honestly. I installed it. And then I saw the window, the infinity window, and I'm like, I asked my son, what is this? And he's like, oh, you just have to create a scene. And then after the scene, and I'm like, what is a scene? And he's like, oh, that's where you put all your stuff on. And I'm like, what stuff? And I was like, okay, I can't do this because I had to create a video the following day. So I needed to prepare that day. And I was like, you know what? And then I went and searched Ecamm, awesome, and opened it up, and it's just default scene.
That's it.
I'm like, wait, what? My camera showed up, and I'm like, oh my god! It was a day. It was great. That's it.
Yep.
That was it. That was.
Shout out to Ecamm.
That was it. We got Steve. I was an original user too prior to the subscription. Yeah, remember how some people had. What was it? Like some people were saying Ecamm was. It was one of our viewers. I mentioned like I had Ecamm when it first started, and it got grandfathered.
They had pre-pandemic Ecamm. That's what they had. Yeah. They had the pre-pandemic Ecamm. There's a
Yeah.
select few. There's a select few of Ecamm users out there.
I'm
Pre-pandemic.
going to make this bigger for Doc because that was a good comment right there. Life is too short to just get by. Yes. And then we have Yunka.
June Kang.
Junkai. We have
FJ
Oh my
made
God, that
June take off the mask like Mick Foley.
Listen, when Junkan will show up, and he will be like, "What microphone are you using?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like what is this microphone? What is this? What is he asking me?" He's like, "You need to get closer to the mic," and I'm like, hello. and then my son will be like, "Mom, you cannot be close to the mic because you're too loud. You get too excited. You're gonna blow people's ears." So and then Junkan will be like, "You gotta get closer to the mic." And I was like, you know what? I don't know what to do. And so I just put it in between me. I was like, "Here you go, just mic right here." And that was it. But every time Junkan and he will get into conversation, Junkan was the one that I got this headphones from. The Shure 215s or 214s. And now he's like
215s.
215s, and he's like, "It's an investment." And I was like, "Does it have noise canceling?" Yes. Okay, cool. I went on and got it, and I still have it. That was what, 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So thank you, Junkan.
No,
thank you.
No, you've had yours since like 2020, either late 2020 or early 2021, right?
Yeah, it was not 2020 though. It was 21.
So 2021. Yeah. Because and then you inspired me to get the black versions, and I got those in towards the end of 2021 or something like that. Like a little bit later after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. Like the noise canceling and these things, I even use them when I am not on streams. They're so good. I just put them on, and I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Fuljens.
Wow.
I just like put him on, and he's like completely muted. But
this will mute out all the noise for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
it does for sure. We have Doc. Which mask? Wait, is that? I don't know. What they're probably having this conversation over there.
No, because this is in reference to June, because June, as you can see, has the mask in his avatar, and there was that stream. This is January 20. You know which day that happened? Mm-hmm. And then remember this, whoever's watching, because this could probably be a good trivia. I believe this happened on the day of the White House takeover. They were storming the Capitol and all that stuff. It was that day.
That June took his mask off?
Yes, that day. It's all was going haywire in the world, especially in the US. And we said, you know what? Let's go live and have a good time. And it was myself and David Blackman. And then we were just teasing June. It's like, June is not going to come on here. It would be great if he came and just took off his mask. Oh my gosh, this thing was just so epic. It's like, it is like the Mandalorian taking off his mask. That's why he's called the Kangdalorian. He came, and it was like as if like he got beamed down. And then he just said, we were like, all of you guys were inside of Clubhouse at the time, and then Lem was like, Doc, June is live, and he just took off his mask. Everybody's like, what? Oh my God. And then they just came running to find out, and then here they find a unmasked June just having a regular live stream with us, just shooting it with us.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
times. Good times. Good times.
Boom, dynamite.
I bet that video is still in the Let's Get Live Facebook group. I gotta find that thing.
June, Doc said that he got kicked out of the house.
Oh,
Michelle's talking about the
Good
Blue
times.
Yeti. Doc is talking about the JC. Steve, first real mic was a Blue Yeti. You know what? Blue Yeti did their thing. Who manufactures Blue Yetis? Who makes them? Do you know?
I don't know.
Whomever the manufacturer is, their marketing team did an amazing job because everybody has a Blue Yeti. Like a Blue Yeti, everybody, I go to someone who wants to
Logitech.
upgrade their system, and they have a Blue Yeti. Almost everybody has one. So they did their job. They're like, okay, you're a live streamer. You want to have a course.
Yeah.
You have a course. You want to sound good. Blue Yeti is for you.
The 920 Logitech and the Blue Yeti. There you go. So
There's no globe.
they were holding it down with the webcam and the mic.
Steve still has it. He's not sure what to do with it. Save it, Steve, because that's about to become, legacy later. So that's for you, Fuljens, I think. That will make more sense for you.
So he is Jun Kang 6. Exactly. Oh, man. Those are good times. Good times.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm telling you that. Now it used to be gold when it was actually blue. The Blue Yeti used to be gold.
Did not know.
Anyway, here we are.
Did not know.
Here we are, and we're just growing, and we're just getting younger, right, Doc? Like we're just looking good. Doc I don't know if Doc had hair back then because he had a hat on, but I mean, right?
Young Doc. Young Doc.
The mic was good when Blue owned it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Versus Logitech, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Also, that's why a lot of people had. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they did their marketing because everybody just like, yeah, you have to have a Blue Yeti if you want to do this. 1999.
Yeah. And speaking of that, right? So you see like how, you have to have a Blue Yeti, or I got served Sony cameras. I don't remember that happening to me when it comes to microphones.
Oh my gosh, you're about to talk microphones. It's 9:30.
Yeah.
We can continue this conversation next Monday on ENN. Or you and Doc can go on you, Doc, Jun Kang, Paul can go on the Facebook and continue the conversation there. And maybe Jun Kang take his mask off again. The run-up show has left the planet. Exactly, right? Exactly.
One of those streams.
It's just gone.
Is this what we look to expect for Anna's Mac Studio ENN streams?
Listen, it went better than we thought. Just a couple of hiccups.
Oh, yeah.
I got the comments working.
That was nothing crazy.
I got you on screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're good. We did.
Yeah, that was nothing crazy.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us and reminiscing. And these are great memories. These are the memories that, honestly, this is what life is all about. Creating beautiful memories that we can take anywhere. We don't need to have a camera with us. We don't even need a purse because we have created all the memories and they are in our heads and we can go anywhere. Just chill with these amazing memories, laugh, think about Doc in 1999 and his videos. Think about him now. Think about all the things that we have accomplished together and everything that was surrounding us while we were creating all of this that we have now. So it is amazing. Memories are great, and the memories and the brain can only work well for us if we take care of it, if we eat well, if we hydrate, if we take our breaks, and we give our bodies and our minds what they need to be good to us. So there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for spending time with us. My name is Ana Gil.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
And we will see you either this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Building Blocks, or we will see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we go.
Tequila.